Hey guys, welcome back to the D&Y Podcast. We met in person after a long time.
It's been some time. We're in beautiful Geneva this morning.
We're outside in nature, so this is a new one. If you're around, come meet us, but by the time this episode will be out, we won't be here, but it's okay. What do you got for us today, Dimitri?
Well, I traveled 2 hours this morning to come see you, and it's a pleasure seeing you in person again.
Same, man.
Very grateful to see you and to do this episode here in person. It's been some time. It's been over a year since I think we last met, and yeah, we're excited to do an episode in person. We found something that looks somewhat good. We have the lake of Geneva behind us.
Lac Léman.
The Lac Léman as it's actually Léman. It's without the lac. You should be able to see it like that.
Yeah.
There's the Rolex building and some stuff behind us, so it looks very good. I hope you can see it on camera. It will be small, I know, but we're pleased to have you on this episode. Yassine, how has your week been so far?
My week has been ups and downs, but for the most part, pretty fantastic. In fact, the biggest learning for me this week, and that includes today as well a little bit, is that things usually take long. This is my wisdom nugget, guys, so pay attention. Things usually take longer than you expect. There's always going to be like something that's going to come out that you didn't foresee, especially when you're doing something for the first time. This happened to me a lot this week. I was working on, I'll give you an example. Me and Dimitri had some videos for our portfolio that we were working on. I spent a whole day trying to figure out how to lip sync the voice with the video, because the video was in Arabic. And so like I thought it would only take me 40 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. Nope, it took me a good while. But I managed to figure it out.
That happens. Sometimes you have things you try for the first time and then you think it's gonna be a quick fix, and then it takes you a lot longer than you think, and it makes you lose a bunch of time. But at least you've learned from it, and then you can, for the next time, you know how to do it.
Exactly.
You know how long it takes you, and then it's a lot faster.
Exactly. I've also like learned some limitations of the tools and understood, okay, this will need me to be a little bit more manual with it. But yeah, it's important. I know you were gonna say something. I'm just gonna finish the point.
Go ahead.
It's important to be adaptable. That's very important. That's what I've come to realize. And to always expect things, if you're doing them for the first time, take a little bit longer.
Absolutely. But it's fine. It's fine. You learn from it. That's the most important thing, is that you learn from it, and that you don't make the mistakes 2 times.
Exactly.
Because that would be
Stupid.
That would be very bad.
Very stupid.
We come to my wisdom nugget, and it has to do with time management, and I can tell you a bit of a story.
Sure.
Yesterday, I was in a bit of a rush because I had to give a client video, and then I thought, hey man, I'm gonna just do this quickly so it's done. And so I made some mistakes on it, sent it to the client, and then the client came back, and there's 2 things missing. We can't upload this video like that. And so instead of saving time, I actually spent more time doing it, because I was like, hey, I'm gonna do this more quick. And this just go to show that you'd rather spend 10 minutes longer doing one thing, or making sure, review it, that it's fine, that it's good to send, rather than then having even more time that is lost because you thought you were gonna save these 10 minutes. And at the end of the day, it takes you 30 minutes more.
That's a good one. Especially for anyone who's like being complacent out there. That's a good one. Yeah, guys, so far we've thrown some gold, so we're done with the podcast. No, I'm just kidding. But subscribe, make sure to like, and let's get into today's topic.
Yeah, I wrote down a few things like I do in all podcast episode, and I have to say it's been, just to reflect with you guys, it's been a great help to just have a structured topic, because I think in the first few episodes we had a bit of a mess with the topics.
Yeah.
Because we just like started talking, and Yassine and I are both very unorganized when it comes to what we say, and we like the paths can deviate a lot.
Yeah.
Then at the end we're in a totally different topic. So I've done that for the last episode, where we had like a guidance of what topics to go through, as along with some questions that I can ask Yassine, so we like get along with the topic very well. And our topic for today has to do with
drugs.
Just this guy, I can tell you. It doesn't have to do with drugs. We're on a business podcast. Come on. Well, just because you see a routine on Instagram doesn't mean you have to copy it for you. And I think you've seen a bunch of routines on Instagram where people are just telling their morning routines, and they say, look, when I wake up, first I take a cold shower, then I journal for 30 minutes, then I do yoga for 20 minutes, then I work out for 45 minutes, and after that I do again a reflection, and after that I take a breakfast that takes me 30 minutes because it's a high protein breakfast. So
40 minutes.
So at the end of the day, you spend 3 hours on your morning routine. And when you see that on Instagram, I mean, it sounds good and it sounds like you should do it.
Yeah.
But the problem is you do it once, you do it twice, and after the third time, you just don't want to do it anymore because it's not sustainable. So it's about routines that we tell ourselves we need to do. We need to do it this way because others are doing it this way. Others said or gave you advice, hey, you should do it that way. Do it that way, Yassine. And it just doesn't work for you sometimes.
Yeah.
And so I come to my first questions because I know you've been trying to improve your sleep schedule. And
Yeah, I have.
it's been difficult for you. Tell us more about that, just for some context.
So
What's been a problem for you?
my biggest problem with my sleep schedule is that I have a brain that decides to wake up late at night. It's like I'm about to go to bed and that little boy goes, oh, I have this business idea, bro. We have to send it to all our friends right now. We have to write it down. We have to solve it. Oh, wait, there's a problem here that I'm facing. We need to do something about it. He can't wait till tomorrow to do it. Okay. That's how my brain works. It's sometimes I just want to sleep and it decides to come up with a revolutionary idea, start thinking about a problem that I have to fix tomorrow, right now. And it's like, what if it takes longer? And maybe we should start figuring it out right now because we can't guarantee tomorrow. All that stuff. But I've come to realize something about my brain. I've tried to turn it off by meditating. I've tried to turn it off by bathing in coffee. I tried to that one is not true. I've tried to turn it off by journaling, reading, but that one did not work. I mean, reading has helped me actually lately. So what I've started doing, one time I was talking with Dimitri, and he's been telling me this for a while. He was like, you know, you don't have to be the guy that wakes up at 5 a.m. You can be the guy that goes to bed at 1 or 2 and wakes up at 10 and still gets his work and shit done.
Yes, because Yassine was always saying to me, Dimitri, I want to wake up early. What should I do? Like, do you have any advice for me? I keep waking up late. I want to wake up early. What should I need to do? And I gave him some advice and said, look, here's what you can try. Here's how I do it. Here's how we do it. But look, what works for me doesn't work for him. I mean, especially I think we have culturally a bit of a difference is, you know, my family, we eat quite early opposed to your family.
Yeah.
Like we eat at 6 or 7 p.m. And what do your family eat at?
9. We've reached 10 sometimes, but yeah.
And you see, it's a totally different schedule. I mean, I'm not saying one is better than the other.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's different. And you have to look at circumstances with routines.
That's
and
true.
your life's not the same as mine is.
True.
So, I mean, I work best throughout the morning, and then I'm not a night person that loves to work late.
Yeah.
But you're someone that loves to work late and loves to get the stuff done late,
Yeah.
which is fine.
Yeah.
If it works for you, if the schedule works for you, just because some entrepreneurs say successful people wake up early. I mean, you can get your stuff done between 10 and 12 at night.
That's true.
If you get the same work done, and that's the time when you function the best.
Yeah.
Who am I to judge?
When I started doing that and reading before bed as well, it's been helping me a lot. I'm not perfect yet, but I'm better now because I've noticed by 12 actually automatically I start to shut off. But one thing that I've noticed as well lately, I've been, and this goes also into the idea of doing what works for you. I've started doing something I like to call workout integration, just my thing, which is basically every day you do every muscle, well, not every day, but like 5 times a day, you do every muscle, you hit it at least in one set till failure, and do some push-ups around and stuff. And that's been helping me, and I've been liking my workouts a lot more, and it works more for me. There's less excuses that I can come up with because it takes me 30 minutes max, and it feels super fun because I hit every muscle. And then the other thing that's been great with that I've noticed is that I start falling asleep quicker when I do these. I guess physical exercise does make your body more tired.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. The other thing I thought about, I still haven't done it, is getting a weight vest and walking with it. Because I walk a lot, so why not when I walk have a bit of weight on me, So yeah, these are things that I started thinking of because I was always that ego guy who was like, no, you gotta wake up at 5 a.m., you should have that ego thing. But then I was like, bro, you gotta do what works. It's been 3 years after you told me. It's been 3 years and this has not been working. And it's not gonna work because your culture, your family that you live with right now, uni, lifestyle, it doesn't fit it and it doesn't fit you. You've always been the guy who stayed up late to do his art ever since you were a kid, so.
Yeah, I think cultural circumstances and just circumstances in general make just a big part of that.
Yeah.
Because with a routine, sometimes lots of people try to do things that look impressive.
Yeah.
That make you look from the outside like you're the guy that made it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you have to do the thing that makes you the most effective.
Yes.
If that is to, I don't know, drink 5 coffees every day, I mean, if that makes you the most effective,
This is not medical advice, by the way.
If that's your routine that works for you, if it works better for you to do the workout in the morning, because then you're awake and you're energized for the day, then do that. If you have too much energy left at night, then do the workout at night when you finished your work. I mean, for some people, that works best, and for some people, the other works best.
Yeah.
You have to look at what makes you the most effective.
That is very true. I agree with you. But Dimitri, I have a question for you. What about the people in the comments that are like, okay, but at what point, how can you tell when you're just making excuses for yourself and saying, I'm the way I am, this is just who I am? And when...
It's funny you asked that question because I'm going to show you after this, but I wrote down the exact same question. Where can you draw the line between those two? And I thought about it, and it's difficult to say. It's very difficult to say, but sometimes you have to think of, can you change the certain circumstances that prevents you from doing what you do, right?
Yeah.
Because if you just say, hey, I cannot go for a run because I don't have any clothes to exercise. I mean, just go buy clothes to exercise.
Yeah.
Depends on the excuse. You have to be self-critical and think, how can you solve the problem, right? Make sure you see what you could do against it. I mean, if you have cultural differences and your family likes to eat at 9 or 10 p.m., are you going to change that? Are you going to change your family's habits that they've had for the past 20 or more years?
That's unlikely. Are you going to cut them off? Not a good idea.
Not a good idea to just don't partake in family dinner every day just because
you want to eat early. I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't want that, but I'm just saying like your family.
Yeah, family is important. So there's a few small reasons where you can make these excuses and say, okay, I'm gonna just move it around.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it has to make you effective, right?
Yeah.
And it has to be sustainable. That's the most important thing.
That's true.
Because Yassine could wake up at 5 or 6 a.m. for a few days. You could do that, for sure.
That's true.
It's not sustainable because if the friction is too hard and it's too hard for you to do that, that will make the routine difficult to sustain. It's the same thing for those of you who have read Atomic Habits.
Yeah.
He talks about making things easy to attain. That's how you build habits, is make them as easy to attain as possible.
Yeah.
How do you stop doing bad habits, make it difficult to attain.
Yeah.
Make more friction with it in order for it to be less reachable
Exactly.
to do those habits.
Exactly.
And if you want to do good habits, make it easy for you.
Yeah.
If you want to go run in the morning, like prepare your running clothes in the evening, or you can even put them on and sleep with them.
Yeah.
That could be a strategy as well, just so the friction is as low as possible.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do anything to go run in the morning, but just go.
That's a good point, and I want to jump in on that. That's what I started doing with my workouts. The training tools are in my room, literally. So, and I've cut out the excuse of, I need X amount of hours, X amount of time, because I told myself, you just got to do something, man.
Yeah, for sure. It's better to just do something for 10, 15, 20 minutes than not do anything at all.
Exactly.
It's the same thing with running. Sometimes I don't want to go run, and then I just tell myself I go for 10 minutes. And usually when I tell myself I go for 10 minutes, I go longer than these 10 minutes.
That's
so
true.
It's just sometimes telling yourself, it's not going to be that long.
Yeah.
Just go. And it's the same thing with working out. You said you have your tools already in your room at the moment, just beside you.
Yeah.
For people that go to the gym, sometimes it's not easy because the gym is so far away. I mean, if you have to drive to the gym 30, 40 minutes,
the friction is high.
Then you work out there for 40 minutes, and then you have to drive again 30 to 40 minutes back.
Yeah.
So if you want to go to the gym because you don't have the space at home to do the workout, you don't have the tools, find a gym that is close to your work or close to your home.
Yeah.
Find something. Find a way to exercise that is easy for you to do. Because the more difficult it is, the more likely it is for you not to do it.
Exactly. So, to answer my own question, I'd say the way to do it is to reduce friction, but also something popped in my mind. Are you going up? Are you still hitting the goal? Khalas, Like if your life is improving, you're getting more shredded and stuff like you want to, or you're making more money, or you're being consistent with your work and getting it done, like you told me with the sleep thing, then do you really need to change yourself? There's a saying like, if it ain't broken, why fix it? So.
Exactly, yeah. I think the performance or what you want to reach again at the end of it, with it, does it change your output?
Yeah. Speaking of which, I'm gonna do my tricep dips right now. Well, I'll do that off camera, guys. I don't want to embarrass myself.
I have another question.
Yes.
What do you think is the best? No, sorry.
No, go ahead. Guys, we're professional.
With us being freelancers and having like flexible hours, like we can work whenever we want, wherever we want. Like, do you think that is a good or a bad thing? Because when you have a 9 to 5, you have to show up at 9, you leave at 5. It's always the same time. You have a boss telling you what to do. Now, we don't have a boss necessarily telling us what to do. We have clients, they tell us what to do. But usually it's a lot more flexible. Do you think this is good? Does this help? Or is this more difficult to manage with those flexible hours?
I think at the start, it's a train wreck. At the start, you love it, you want it. And then when you do it, you're like, I have to do everything myself. I have to discipline myself. So I think at the start it's hard, but I would argue for the life of a freelancer, you have to be able to be flexible. You have to, because sometimes you said, done deal, I'm done with the work. The client hits you up. This needs to be fixed, my amigo. What are you gonna do then? I stop work at 9. Khalas, screw it. No, you have to go do it,
Yeah,
So,
I think it's the advantage and the disadvantage that you can work whenever you want, but you also have to work whenever
needed.
Whenever it's needed.
Yeah.
So sometimes you're gonna have to work at a Saturday at 8 p.m. because you need to do something.
Yeah.
Or at a Sunday at 9 in the morning because you have to do something.
Yeah.
And I take that sacrifice, and for me that's fine.
Yeah, me too.
But you have to ask yourself, is it fine for you? And are you the guy that can be self-disciplined to do the stuff you need to do? Because
And
it's not easy. If some people need to have someone that tells them what to do, and when to be there.
yeah. And by the way, some people do make it a bit like a 9 to 5. Like Alex Hormozy, for example, he wakes up almost every day at the same time, does the work almost. I think I heard he has his gym sessions planned or something at the same time. I mean, of course, it's not perfect. Some days it's a half an hour later, etc. But what I mean is, some people that works for them, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I think lots of business owners as well, they have like a pre-planned schedule. They work in their business. They go to work from 7 in the morning and they leave at 4.
Yeah.
And that's their routine. But I think when you start, especially as a freelancer that does a lot of things on his own,
It's not that easy.
it's not that easy and you have to do the work at the hours you maybe don't want to.
I agree with him, guys, because I think, you know, when you get to a point where now you're a CEO, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different in the sense where you're not the one doing the work as much, but you're managing it. It's a little bit different because now you get your flexibility and stuff, but you still might have a day where something unplanned happens, you know?
Definitely. This doesn't mean that you won't have to work on Saturdays at all. It can still happen.
It can still happen. You got any more questions for me?
I have a question. It's about routines and what would you say? What would your ideal daily routine look like?
Oh wow, that's a good
And
one.
how different is it from your current routine? Because I know you have uni, and I don't believe uni will be in your ideal daily routine. But just tell us about your ideal daily routine.
So my ideal daily routine would be to, you know, wake up, jump in a bath of marshmallow. No, I'm joking. Dimitri's done with me. No.
You've cracked enough jokes up until this point.
My ideal routine would be to wake up, read a bit of Quran, work out, and then get to work. And that's a little bit different from my current. I've done this in the summer. It was a great routine. It's a little bit different from my current routine because, you know, my life is a bit unpredictable. Sometimes I have something to do in the morning. But I'm also admit another thing, which is since I'm still in the freelancer phase, I'm doing a lot of the work myself. So sometimes something pops up in that time where I wanted to take it for that morning routine I told you about that needs to be done from this time to this time, right? So that would be my ideal morning routine. Nothing too complicated. Just wake up, you know, read a bit of Quran, pray a little bit, work out, get to work. 1 hour, 1 hour and a half max of a routine, and then get to work. That's it.
Yeah, I think simplicity here is very important because you wouldn't want to have a routine that is too long.
Yeah.
Because you want to get to work fast and make something that gets you up to speed.
Exactly.
Gets you up to speed quite fast.
That's a routine that's aligned with my goals, which are to be successful spiritually, physically, and financially. There's also relationships. I have friends, guys. But,
That's good. That's good. I would say my ideal daily routine would be a bit different during the weeks than it would be on weekends.
Interesting.
Because weekends are still something where you spend time with family. When at some point I'll have kids, you want to spend a weekend with kids. Same thing in the morning. You want to spend, if you can, half an hour with your kids in the morning.
True.
Then you do maybe a bit of an exercise and then get to work.
True.
I think that would be a good one. And I mean, yes, it's going to be a lot of work, but sometimes I get home at a good time and then spend time with the family as well.
Yeah.
I think family is a big thing there, and then weekends could be, I mean, I'm not opposed to work on the weekends at all, but I think you need to make sure that you prioritize relationships on
with
the
your
weekend
children.
with children and family, because I want to be there for them. But that's why I need to work more when I'm younger and I don't have kids yet, to be able to then take the time when.
When you asked me about routines, I didn't think about the kids part. because I was thinking about after uni, or 2-3 years from now. But definitely, I think when I have kids eventually, my routine will be different from the one I just told you right now. There might be certain elements from it, but will it be in the morning? Will it be at night? Who knows?
Yeah, I think exercising is an important part
Of course.
of the routine because it can get you up to speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's definitely important. But I don't have anything left for you. Do you have any questions left for me?
I want to ask you the same question. How far away do you think you are from that routine?
I think I'm quite far away, but
Okay.
this also has to do with the part that I don't have kids, but also that I projected the routine like far away from now. And to be honest, I don't have a big routine. I don't exercise in the morning. I prefer when I exercise or when I go for a run, it's more in the afternoon or evening, I should say.
What would you say, this is another question, your routine or your habits outside of business have brought you, and how have they helped you in business? Like running, I don't know what else you do, paddle?
Yeah. I think it is important to have something else that you do besides of work that like shuts you off from work. As that be exercising, paddle, running, but also spending time with friends is something that I think is important as to go away from work and on the weekends spending time with friends, spending an evening with friends and today, for example, we're doing a grill party. I don't know if you can call it party, but we're just grilling with friends. We do a barbecue with friends. And so I think that's important to have those elements as well in there that shut you off from work, and then you can the next day go back in and focus on what you want to do.
That's a very good thing. So for you, it's like a shutting off routine. It's like getting yourself to come up with better ideas and give your brain the time to rest, kind of.
Exactly, because I think, and we've all had this like phase where we like worked a lot throughout the day, and you have some phases, these happen, sometimes you have lots of things to do, but I cannot say how valuable it's been in these phases sometimes to just go for a run for 10, 20 minutes, or even go just for a walk outside without my phone and just think and let my brain breathe for a bit. Because if you let your brain breathe, sometimes you realize things that you don't realize while working on it. Like, what am I doing? I mean, I could just do it that way.
That's true. That is very true. Like, I agree with you. Do you have any question for me?
I don't have anything left, no.
Okay. Well, guys, that's all we had for you today. I think it was pretty good. Thank you, Dimitri. And
thank you for having me here.
And guys, make sure to like and subscribe and let us know your thoughts in the comments. And before I forget, and you forget, the gratitude.
The gratitude. I'll let you begin, man.
Well, man, I'm grateful for this amazing weather. To be honest, the more we're sitting here, the more I'm feeling calmer already. So I love it. I'm grateful for the fact we live close, so we're able to do episodes in person together. And I'm grateful for the fact we both have made some money online, so we're able to invest in tools that allow us to send and spread messages with
and that also gave us the time to sit on a Thursday morning at 10:30, sit in a park in Geneva and record a podcast.
That is very true.
That is something we need to be very grateful for. Sorry to cut you off there.
That's a good point.
I'll let you do the last one.
The last one, man. Well, I'm grateful that I know how to speak English, and I know this sounds like so lame, but it's really a good thing to be grateful for. Just being able to speak and communicate is something that is also important.
Yeah, it is very good. We learned it in school, and that this helps us communicate with all of the rest of the world, because I think English is just a no-brainer.
Yeah.
You just have to.
Yeah.
You just have to. Yeah, so to get to mine, I'm very grateful to be here in Geneva with you today.
Thank you, man. Pleasure.
Recording this podcast episode in person. We'll go to a coffee shop just after this and talk some more.
Yeah.
So I'm very grateful for that. As you said, I'm very grateful to have this life and have this freelancer lifestyle where I can just, as I said, sit on a bench in Geneva and record a podcast at 10:30 on a Thursday.
Yeah,
And
it is amazing.
I'm very grateful for my girlfriend who sits here beside me. You don't see her, but she came with me today for this whole trip. And yeah, she's been very supportive. So very grateful for that as well. Thank you for the clapping. All right, guys. As Yassine already said, like and subscribe. Tell us your 3 things you're grateful for in the comments. It's very important to be grateful for things because you don't know how good your life is until it gets bad. So be grateful for the things that you already have.
That's a perfect point to close, guys. We'll see you in the next one.